Okay, so today we'll start the second part of the module 3, that is the design of brakes. So the design of clutches will carry 10 marks, and the next question B of the same question, the design of brakes will carry the 10 marks. Okay, so first of all we need to know, already we know why the brakes are used in the vehicle. So when vehicle is moving, so whenever we want to reduce or stop the vehicle, we apply the brake. So during that time, so the brake is a mechanical device which will absorb the either kinetic energy or the potential energy of the device, and try to or reduce the speed of the vehicle, or almost it will stop the vehicle. So this absorbed energy, whether it is a kinetic energy or it is a potential energy, is dissipated in the terms of heat. So the material for brakes are woods, asbestos, leather. So these are materials used for the brakes. Again, also already the different types of brakes are available. So hydraulic brakes, mechanical brakes, pneumatic brakes, electric brakes. But for our syllabus, we are only discussing the mechanical brakes. So in mechanical brakes, again we have several types of brakes. In that what we have: block or shoe brake, band brake, third one band and block brake, and the fourth one internal expanding valve. So here only we are discussing the first three. So block or shoe brake, band brake, and band or a block brake. So going for the first type, so here also remember, we don't have any theory part, so we have only the problem carrying the 10 marks. So in the today's class, we are going to see what are the uh, observation we need to do when we design the brakes, what are the notations should be used when you calculate the parameters. So discussing about first type of the brake, that is a block or a shoe brake. You see the sketch here. First let's show the sketch. So this is what the block or shoe brake looks like. So here you can see the hashed portion is called as a block or a shoe, and that O is what, the fulcrum, and the force F where it is applied, that is called as a lever. So, and you can see the drum which is rotating either clockwise or anti-clockwise, and the angle 2 theta is what, the angle made by the shoe or a brake. Okay, so here what it consists of, it consists of a shoe, that is a hash portion, and the lever. The shoe is placed or mounted on the lever. Okay, so then the shoe or block, it is called by two names, shoe or block, is pressed against the rotating drum. Okay, so as it pressed against the rotating drum, the drum may be rotating clockwise or anti-clockwise. So the tangential force, you can see there, F theta, it is between the rotating drum and the block. So the tangential force F theta is called as what, the braking force, which will reduce the speed of the vehicle. And we can see in the lever, one at the end, at the one end of the lever, the force F is applied, and the other end of the lever is connected to the fulcrum O. That point O is called as the fulcrum O. So here when we applied the brake, okay, the force F is what, the applied force, braking force. F theta is what, the tangential force between the block and the drum. And Fn, you can see in the drum, Fn which is acting downward, that is a normal reaction between the shoe or block and the drum. Okay, so this is the way the single block brake appears. So just to repeat, it consists of what, the block, which is a hatched portion mounted or placed on the lever, and this block is pressed against the rotating drum. So when it is pressed, when force F is applied, there is a tangential force F theta which will retard or reduce the speed of the vehicle, and Fn is the normal reaction between the block and the drum, and the point O is the fulcrum where one end of the lever is connected or attached. So coming to the notations, we can see here. So as I said, what are the forces are acting? The first force is the force F, that is applied force at the end, what you seen just now. Normal reaction Fn between the wheel and the shoe. Shoe means block. Tangential force F theta between the wheel and shoe. When the force F is applied, F theta is a tangential force F theta between wheel and shoe. And pin reaction. This pin reaction occurs at the fulcrum point O. Fx and Fy. We'll come to know later when you solve the problem. And what are the notations we're going to use in the design of the brakes? Mt is the torque in Newton mm. N is the power in kilowatt. N is the speed of the drum in RPM. 2 theta angle of contact surface of the block. Mu is coefficient of friction. L is length of the shoe. B dash width of the shoe or width of the block. P is allowable pressure. F equal to applied force or operating force. F theta equal to tangential braking force. Fn is normal force. Capital D is diameter of the brake drum. Small r is radius of brake drum. A is distance between fulcrum pin and center of the shoe. Now you see here, what is these A, B, C are very important parameters in the design of the brakes. You see the sketch again. What is the point A? The point A is, we see the sketch here. It is the distance between the fulcrum O to the center of the drum or center of the shoe. That is called as a distance. What is the B distance? The B distance is the center distance between B is the distance between what? The center of the block or center of the lever to the what? The force applied. You see here F. A is the distance between fulcrum O to the center of the block. B is the distance between center of the block to the force F applied. And what is a C? C is the distance between the fulcrum O and the tangential force F theta. Okay, so here it is not showing, it is passing through the point O, but in some of the cases there is a gap, there is a distance between the fulcrum O and the tangential force F theta. That is what the term C. Okay, so these three parameters are very important when you solve the problem. Okay, so R is what? Small r, radius of the brake drum or wheel. Just reminder, A is the distance between fulcrum pin and center of the shoe. B is the distance between center of the shoe and applied force F. C is the distance between fulcrum pin O and the line of action of tangential force F theta. Okay, so when you solve the design of brakes, we have several cases, okay, to be considered, which formula to be applied to determine the values. So here, what are the main criteria? So the main criteria are what? Where the tangential force F theta, that means whether it is passing through the fulcrum or it is moving away from the fulcrum. Okay, now case 1, you take for example case 1. The case 1 is what? The line of action of tangential force F theta passes through the fulcrum. Now you see here in the sketch, the case 1 sketch, you can see here the block is at the lower side in the sketch A, and in the sketch B the block is at the upper side. Now in the figure A, the drum is rotating clockwise direction. So when it is rotating clockwise direction, you see there is a tangential force F theta, okay, between the drum and the block. So see the direction of the f theta, and what you can see, it is moving towards the fulcrum O. Okay, so it is moving towards the fulcrum O, and even in the figure B, the block is at the upper side, the drum is rotating anti-clockwise. You see the difference between the sketch here, one at the lower side, other at the upper side. The drum is rotating anti-clockwise, and the tangential force f theta again is what, moving towards the fulcrum O. So if the problem is of this type, then the working force is given by the formula you see here. We can see from data handbook, from the equation 19.144. So the braking force F equal to F theta A divided by mu into A plus B. So as remember, F theta is a tangential force, A is the distance between fulcrum and center of the shoe, B is the distance between center of the shoe and applied force. You can see C is not there. Okay, C term is not there. Okay, next, this is the case when fulcrum, this is case where the tangential force F theta is moving towards the fulcrum. Now case 2, now you take case 2, the direction of F theta is moving away from the fulcrum. You see the sketch here, you see the sketch again, one is at a lower side of the drum, the block, and in the figure B, the block is at the upper side. So consider first the figure A. So the drum is rotating counterclockwise, okay, and you can see the tangential force F theta is moving away from the fulcrum. Okay, so again you see in the figure B, the drum is rotating clockwise, okay, but block is at the upper side. The tangential force F theta is moving away from the fulcrum. Okay, so if this is the case, in this scenario, so what formula should be used? So in that scenario, the formula to be used to calculate the braking force F equal to F theta A divided by mu into bracket A plus B. So again from the equation 19.144. Now take case 2. The tangential force F theta is in between fulcrum and center of the drum. You see the sketch very carefully here, figure A or figure B. So in the first case, the fulcrum is passing through the tangential force, F theta is passing through the fulcrum. Okay, but in the case 2, now you see again where is the position of the F theta. The position of theta is what? The F theta lies between the center of the drum and the fulcrum. So again in this case, what are the criteria? So figure A, the drum is rotating clockwise direction. Okay, so in the figure B, the drum is rotating counterclockwise, but you see the position of the block, it is at the lower side in the figure A. In the figure B, it is at the upper side. Now in the figure A, the drum rotating clockwise, F theta is between center of the drum and fulcrum O, and it is moving towards the fulcrum O. So in that scenario, what should be the formula? So to calculate the braking force, that is what, F theta A into bracket 1 by mu minus C by A. So you can see the C term comes here. So C is what, the distance between the fulcrum O and the F theta. In the earlier case, F theta is passing through the O, so hence C equal to 0. But here, since F theta is between O and O, between O and the center of the drum, so there is a gap, there is a distance between F theta and the fulcrum O. Now coming to the figure B, again here also what you can see, the F theta lies between a fulcrum O and the center of the drum, and the drum rotates counterclockwise, and F theta is moving towards a fulcrum. Okay, so these are the sketches you can see in the table in the data handbook Lingaya. Okay, and choose that particular formula, whether based on two criteria. One is based on the position of the fulcrum, whether it is between or between the center of the drum and fulcrum, or it is passing through the fulcrum. Based on these, we have to choose a formula and calculate. Okay, so we'll go for a next case. So now you see, now here the tangential force F theta is between again center of the drum and fulcrum O. In the earlier case, it is moving towards the fulcrum. Now in this case, it is moving away from the fulcrum. You see the figure A and figure B. So again we can see in this scenario, so the working force F is given by the equation 19.146. So what is that? F theta equal to F equal to F theta A divided by A plus B into bracket 1 plus mu plus C by A. Okay, so this is a case where the F theta direction is away from the fulcrum and the F theta is between center of the drum to the fulcrum O. Now coming to the last case, the fulcrum is in between F theta and the center of the drum. Okay, so that is a F theta is either above or below the center of the drum and fulcrum. You know, once you see the sketch, you'll come to know here. Now you see the sketch here. So what you can observe, so the tangential force F theta in the figure A, you can see the position of F theta, fulcrum O and center of the drum. What you can observe, the F theta is below of the fulcrum O and center of the drum. Okay, so even in the figure B, what you can observe, the fulcrum F theta lies between is above the center of the drum and fulcrum O. Okay, either it is below of these two or it is above of these two. So in this scenario, so when drum rotating clockwise, again the tangential force F theta is moving towards the fulcrum. Okay, in the figure A and figure B, the formula applied is what? F equal to F theta A divided by A plus B into bracket 1 plus mu plus C by A. Okay, so next coming to the last case B, again so here also what you can see, the tangential force F theta in the figure A is below of the fulcrum O and the center of the drum for both cases. In this case, the formula applied is what? F equal to F theta A divided by A plus B into bracket 1 by mu minus C by A. So what you need to understand here, so couple of things you have to keep in mind. The first thing, you have to see the sketch very carefully, okay, and understand the parameters. What is A, what is B, what is a C. A is the distance between fulcrum to the center of the shoe. B is the distance between center of the shoe to the force F applied. C is the distance between force F, the distance between the tangential force F theta and the fulcrum. Now, and the next, once you have this kind of problem, what you need to observe, the sketch. Then you have to go to the data handbook and you need to see the position of the fulcrum, whether the position of fulcrum is passing position of the tangential force F theta, whether it is passing through the fulcrum, case 1. Case 2, whether it is in between the fulcrum and center of the shoe. Case C, whether it is below of the fulcrum and center of the shoe or above the center of the shoe and fulcrum. So there are two criteria. One is the position of the tangential force F theta, and the second, whether the fulcrum is moving towards, the tangential force F theta is moving towards the fulcrum or it is moving away from the fulcrum. So taking all these consideration, we have to choose the correct formula and use that, substitute the values and find the braking force F. So it is a little bit confusion, so that's why I try to go through these steps again. Okay, so if you have any doubts, make a call. In the next class we'll have some examples where you need to understand how to solve the problem. The problems are very simple, only thing you have to understand the concept here, like where the position of the tangential force F it lies, whether it is passing through the fulcrum, whether it is in between center of the shoe and fulcrum, whether it is above or below of the tangential force, above or below of the fulcrum and center of the shoe. And the last criteria what you need to observe, whether F theta moving towards fulcrum or moving away from the fulcrum. Considering all these things, we have to choose the correct formula and substitute and find the values. Okay, so just try to go through this. In the next class I'll take a problem, so we'll come to know this. Any doubts, just message me. Okay, thank you.